Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Jacob, and this is the False Prophet channel where we get Islam destroyed and the false prophet of Islam, Muhammad, destroyed on a regular basis. In today's video, we will be once again exposing Allah and his false satanic prophet, Muhammad. We are going to use the Quran to expose the Quran. And right now, I would like for you to direct your attention to Surah 231. Now, let's read Surah 231, the Yusuf Ali translation. And it says, "And he taught Adam the names of all things. Then he placed them before the angels and said, 'Tell me the names of these if ye are right.'" Now let's read from the Noble Quran translation. "And he taught Adam all the names of everything. Then he showed them to the angels and said, 'Tell me the names of these if you are truthful.'" Now we're going to highlight these two words in the Yusuf Ali translation. All and things, A-L-L, all things. Those two words put together means that Adam was taught the names of all things that exist. No exceptions whatsoever. It doesn't make any exceptions. These are Allah's words, and this is his way of describing it. So Allah is the all-knowing. So no Muslim can say that when Allah said all things that he didn't mean all things, because Muslims will do that and they'll try to come behind the mistakes of Allah and try to correct what he said when we get Allah and Muhammad busted. But we're not going to let them get away with this one. So as you see, as we have highlighted, it says all things, okay? And we're going to reference back to this verse. Keep that in mind. And he taught Adam the names of all things, basically everything. Allah taught Adam the names of everything, okay? Now we're about to get the Muslims busted. Now let's go to Surah 36:36. Now let's read Surah 36:36. And it says, from the Yusuf Ali translation, "Glory to Allah, who created in pairs all things that the earth produces, as well as their own kind, and things of which they have no knowledge." Now, focus on where it says that Allah produces pairs of everything and of the things which they have no knowledge. Now, when it says which they, let's highlight it. When it says which they, it's referring to the Muslims, and Muslims believe that everybody is born a Muslim, and a Muslim doesn't just necessarily mean a human being. Muslims also believe that animals are Muslims. They believe that angels are Muslims. So basically anything that has a consciousness and a soul and understands morality and understands that Allah is God, then you fall under the classification of a Muslim in Islam. So we highlighted which they have no, let's highlight it, which they have no knowledge. So Surah 36:36 is saying that Allah created everything in pairs. But out of everything and out of all of these pairs that Allah created, there are some things which they have no knowledge. Let's highlight it. No knowledge means absolutely no. No means no, Muslims. No knowledge. No knowledge. That's what Surah 36:36 says. Allah created pairs of some things that Muslims have no knowledge. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Brother Jacob, why do you keep reiterating it? Because a lot of you don't understand. I've run this channel, and in the comment section, Abduls will try anything to get away from the contradictions that we expose on this channel, because they have to go to the extremes in order to try to save the skin of Muhammad, because they realize that Muhammad is a false prophet, and when you expose them, they don't want to accept it. So that's why I keep reiterating it and showing it and highlighting it, because it's clear as day. Okay? So as you just observed, Surah 36:36 says that there are some things that they have no knowledge of. And it's not making any exceptions. It doesn't make an exception for Adam, because Adam even falls under the regulations of the Quran. It applies to Adam because Adam is a creation of Allah according to Islam. So the Quran also applies to Adam. And as you see, it makes no exceptions. So now let's go back to Surah 231. This is good. Let's go back to Surah 231. And as you see, it says, and he taught Adam the names of all things. And he placed them before the angels and said, tell me the names of these if ye are right. So as you see, this verse, Surah 231, it gets verse 36:36 busted. Because in Surah 231, it says that Adam he was taught the names of everything. But in Surah 36:36, it says that there are some things that man, they have no knowledge of. So how can 36:36 be true? And how can it proclaim or profess that there are some things that man has no knowledge of, when it says in 231 that Adam had knowledge of all things? He named them. He was presented before Adam was presented everything. So how can Allah turn right back around in Surah 36:36 and tell us that there are some things that man has no knowledge of? That's a clear contradiction. Excuse me, need to get me a drink of water. And as you see, that's a clear contradiction, and there's no way out of it. Because it says clearly there were some things that man has no knowledge of. But as you see, we just showed you that Adam he was taught the names of all things. So that is a clear contradiction. Both of those statements cannot be true. You can't say in 36:36 that that Allah created pairs of things, and some of those pairs of things nobody had any knowledge of. And then in 231, you tell us that Adam named everything. So if you name something, that means you have some knowledge about everything. Let me give you an example. If I was a detective, say I was a detective, right? A detective, and I was spying on someone. And then I wrote a report on the person I was spying on. So if all of the information I had on that person was the age of the person and the name of the person, that means could you say I didn't have no knowledge about that person? No, you can't, because I knew the person's name, I knew the person's age, and let's just say I knew his weight and his height. So you can't tell me I didn't have no knowledge about the person. I might not know everything about the person, but I do have some knowledge about the person. I know that, number one, I know that the person exists. Even if you know someone exists, that's knowing some knowledge about that person. But as you see in Surah 36:36, it says, Allah created some things that they had no knowledge of. So how can that be true when he placed everything before Adam? That means even by placing everything in front of Adam, that means Adam at least knew they existed. So that is some knowledge. Not only did he know that they existed, he named them. He was taught the names of everything. So what we have done in this video, we have proven that A, Allah is a liar. B, Muhammad is a liar. Why do we say this? Because God cannot lie. God does not make contradictions. And a prophet cannot speak contradictions. And if any prophet is speaking contradictions and claiming that God told him this, then that prophet is a false prophet. And he is from Satan. He is from Satan. So with that, we have proven to you that Allah is Satan and Muhammad is Satan, because this is a clear as day contradiction, and the Muslims cannot get out of this one. It's no wiggle room. It's no playing around with words, because the words are clear as day. The words are all encompassing, everything, no knowledge, but Adam had some knowledge. So there's no way out of this. Hope y'all got something out of this. And with that, this is Brother Jacob signing out. Make sure y'all take notes. Make sure you take notes. This is the best way. This argument right here, no Muslim can come against this. This is clear as day. So make sure you take notes. Remember these verses, Surah 231 and Surah 36:36. You can use this as a witnessing tool to lead Muslims out of Islam. This clearly gets them busted. Memorize the argument that I showed you and use it in your debates with Muslims. And with that, this is Brother Jacob signing out. Like, share, and subscribe. And this is the False Prophet channel, where we get Islam destroyed and the false prophet of Islam, Muhammad, destroyed on a regular basis. And to the Abduls, I told you, I'm like quicksand. The more you struggle with me, the more you go under. And with that, this is Brother Jacob signing out.